What up, YouTube? This is Jill Stealth R1, and I'll just wait for people to come in. I know most of you are either working or you are at school. So I'll wait to see who jumps in, who doesn't, stuff like that. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome everybody to Thursday morning. RC Man 23, what's going on? So I'll just wait a couple minutes. Miloania 82, what's up? So basically what I'm coming across and talking about today is the price drop that Traxxas did on these 110 scale, hypothetically speaking, I think they're 1/9 scale RCs, which is the Traxxas E-Maxx and the Traxxas E-Revo. What upgrades I recommend for these RCs if you do acquire them, and stuff that I found out there that was cool, stuff that I found out there that was terrible, and we'll just go into which is the better RC overall. So everybody has a different preference on everything. Jarrett, what's going on? Anthony Harris, what's going on? So I'll just wait another. Usually I like to start off the show on a 3-minute mark. So we'll just keep going. Wait for a few more people to come in, and come across. Yes, they did a huge price drop. Yeah, well, each and every one of these are RPM'd out, but I'll go into that in a few minutes on everything. All both. Well, as you guys have seen my channel, all my RCs are heavily modified. I ended up throwing the stock bodies on there just to give a little bit of a reference on stuff, but I'll go into all the upgrades that I've done on there. RC Speed Racers, what's going on? Yeah, so we're just going to wait for a few more people. Like I said, if you guys just joined, this will be a discussion on the Traxxas price drop on these RCs if you haven't seen them in a while. And also, which one should you acquire and what type of upgrades these RCs are a necessity once you do get them. So, and, you know, this would be a back and forth discussion of what one RC has and what one doesn't have. You need an RC Man 23. I need an E-Revo. Sold my 110 scale and my Mini, and I regret it so badly. JUW72 / what's going on? Jew? Is it Jew? I don't want to say Jew. Or, you know, maybe that's like a Spanish terminology. Anyway, we're at the 3-minute point. So for you guys who have joined this, I'm guessing you guys got the notification on your YouTube app. So thank you for joining. I always appreciate you guys coming and checking out the live streams and stuff like that. So let's talk about the price drop that's initially transpired within the last couple of months. So basically what you're looking at is two kind of RCs that have been on the market for many years. Both of them have acquired many awards throughout the years. And recently, they made it more affordable. I got a few different opinions on why they made it a little bit more affordable to go in there. I guess to compete with a lot of other companies that have been out there right now, that have given you RCs for just a little bit more of an inexpensive price. So if you guys have looked out there, you can roughly get either one of these RCs for around $500. At your local hobby shop, or depending if you see it online, you'll see this maybe at $530 and stuff like that. But both of them are brushless systems. They both come with the Mamba Monster setup. That's their version of the Mamba Monster, which is I'm not too sure the name of it, but the new updated version does have that. Right now, these have the Mamba Monster original in them. I like them better because it's a little bit cooler when it does heat up on the ESC. So why the price drop? So my opinion on the price drop is they want to compete with other companies out there that are in actuality giving you more bang for your buck. And also, I think as of right now, it just hooks more people into the hobby. Now, like I said, you can get one of these for roughly around $500. And right out the box, it's really cool. It does come with the Talon tires, which I recommend you changing out your tires, but it's all about preference of what you're looking at. Um, Case in point, why do I have two of these RCs? I pretty much have all the Traxxas RCs out there. So customizing was really cool. The initial RC that came out was the Traxxas T-Maxx. Now, the Traxxas T-Maxx was the nitro version. And when the T-Maxx came out, it was kind of revolutionary. It gained so many awards, primarily what it did, and they ended up coming out with the Traxxas E-Maxx electric version. Also, if the same scenario happened with the Revo. When the Revo came out, it was a nitro RC, and now it's an electric RC, brushless or brushed on either one of the vehicles right now. So, that being said, I'm going to come across and look at a few of the questions that were handed down, so I'm able to answer anything that you guys have available. Okay, so Four Wheels Triple X says, what price has dropped? The price of the RCs. Andy McCorkle, how's it going today? Everything's going on. Winston Hughes, what's going on? Jew, what's going on? Jew, yeah, all right. I think it's kind of said that Jew 72 is like Jew gotta be crazy or something. Painting the RC, what's going on? Miloania. How's Breakneck? Breakneck is almost complete. Jared, how affordable? You're looking at $200 off the original price point. No price point dropped here in the UK for these RCs. You should definitely check out the Traxxas website to see what's going on with that. Jared, meaning Arma. Well, not only Arma, you have other RC companies out there that people don't primarily know about, but they're being more cost effective with that. Carrie Ann, my name is Biker. I'm gonna say Biker. Shy Shot Caller 27, what's going on? My man blazing up. Love the profile pic. How's Deadlock? Deadlock's somewhere. Where's Deadlock? On the floor. Let me see. Niles, how long this is going to be? The price drop, it's going to be, I think, forever at this point. So what have I done with these RCs since I've acquired them? So I'm going to go break it down RC by RC, tell you my thoughts of what you should get, stuff that I've checked out, and stuff that you're going to be doing when you're maintenance the RC. So I'm going to start off with the E-Maxx, and then we'll work our way with the E-Revo. Just to give you a heads up, if you ever watch me on Instagram, I took this whole thing apart. Two diffs were broken, and I totally changed out all the screws that were on there. So, alright, so now we're here with the Traxxas E-Maxx. So, primarily this E-Maxx is not stock. These are the things, well, other than you see the body, but I do have another body for it. These are the things that I've acquired throughout the years. If you ever checked out my E-Maxx channel, I ended up RPMing out before I even drove it. So I'm going to take off the lid, and these are the things that I recommend for you to buy once you do acquire an E-Maxx. So as of right now, you're going to notice that I have a Dusty Motor shroud. Primarily what the shroud does is that it keeps a lot of the snow and a lot of the dirt and a lot of the rocks out of your components. It is a breathable it's a breathable cover that you're able to have on your RCs. They pretty much have meshes for all their mostly all Traxxas, but I see them doing Arma and a few other companies, so which is a cool thing right now. So I'm gonna take off the shroud, which is very easy. It does come with a zipper, which is a cool thing. I'm gonna take off the shroud and gonna go over the internal components with this. So as you guys can see from a close-up view, as I bring this closer to the camera, the whole RC is RPM'd out. I ended up going with upgraded Traxxas shocks, upgraded pretty much everything. Hey man, your last video on YouTube did not upload. Oh, I'm not too sure what initially transpired with that. I ended up throwing RC screws, stainless steel screws all over this RC. Why? Because a lot of times I want to drive this in water and in snow, and primarily a lot of the stuff just rust out, which primarily I do not like that. But I ended up getting shock covers The shock covers that I've acquired are from badhorsey.com. The shroud is from dustymotors.com. As you can see, I have the Mamba Monster 1 setup that's right over there. Also, ended up throwing from TechFlex the wire mesh just to make it look just a little bit more customized for my RC. If you guys are looking for the wire mesh, that is from TechFlex. TechFlex wire mesh. I believe the 1/4 scale fits the Mamba Monster, and the 1/8 scale fits the VXL. So if you're ever interested, it's around $6-7 for 25 feet. So that's primarily what you're looking at. As you can see from the RPM parts that I've acquired throughout the years, I do have the bulkhead, I do have the arms, I have the steering, I have the bumpers, and I do have underneath the RPM skid plates, which is recommended because you will beat it up once you're starting to do a few things. As you can see, I have a customized Stealth R1 New York City license plate, which I always thought that was cool. Trying to remember I think the guy that ended up making the license plates doesn't make them anymore, so that's primarily with that. As you guys can see, I do have the Super Swampers from Proline that are installed into the RC. I do have steel drive shafts. Now, here are the pros and cons about having steel drive shafts. On this particular RC, I do have the Traxxas steel drive shafts. The only problem that I have is that they pop out all the time. So I'm going to be changing them out because I'm very frustrated because I had to replace the rubber boots at least 3 or 4 times. So that's primarily what I'm going to be doing in the near future. Also, I do have updated parts for this. As for all my links, they will be changed out to Traxxas. The Traxxas aluminum links, which will be coming in on a future video. I ended up going with the Traxxas caps with the updated Traxxas shocks. The only thing I don't like about the shocks is you're looking at 8 shocks all around with this RC. And I think the other update that I'm going to be doing is probably changing out the cover and the transmission to aluminum. So that being said, as you guys can see, there have been a lot of upgrades and updates to this E-Maxx. So hopefully the Traxxas drive shafts bend too. Yeah, I've had these drive shafts bend on me as well. I've had the cup also break on me as well. So that's primarily what you're looking at with a whole bunch of upgrades on the Traxxas E-Maxx, which is definitely a cool RC. If you're looking to have like a truck version, you know, there are so many bodies that Proline and other companies make for this. It's a real cool truck 4x4. Now with the Traxxas E-Revo. So if you guys watch me on Instagram, I totally changed this whole thing out. 2 diffs were broken. I had to grease up everything. I'm talking about from the internal part of my diffs to the outer part of my diffs, diff fluid, grease, changing out a lot of screws. I didn't realize that there were a lot of screws that I did not change out to stainless steel. I had to change all that out. I changed out the wing mount, and cleaned up a few things and replaced a few things, and also I had to deal with the drive shafts. So let's crack open the hood on this, and we'll start off with the upgrades that I've done on this RC. So right off the bat, you're gonna notice on the top I have a cage. This cage is pretty awesome. It's from VG Racing. I've had this cage since I've bought this RC, and it has not broken, nor has it scratched, and this body has taken a beating. I do have 2 other bodies, but this thing has taken a beating throughout the years. I do have my show body, and then I have another blue body. And VG Racing, by far, I mean, is one of the coolest things I've seen. Once again, I have another dust cover from Dusty Motors. It does keep out a lot of things, as in water. Don't think you could submerge this because you will get your ESC wet unless your ESC is waterproof. But it keeps out the snow, which weighs down the RC. So definitely recommend it. DustyMotors.com. Definitely check them out. Now let's go into the E-Revo. Now before I even go into the E-Revo, I'm going to go over a few of your questions and statements. So hopefully, I'll be able to catch up. So let me see. A lot of things have been said. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Truth Bullet. Is there a new E-Revo coming? Usually the price drops when a new model comes and then makes you regret the purchase. I've had the E-Revo for a while. This thing will be timeless. So primarily you can't go wrong with that. Cashless RC Powers, $569 for the E-Revo, same price. I've seen the E-Revo as low as $500. Back then, the E-Revo was around $700. Junex K8, how much are they going for in the U.S. and where? Usually a lot of it all depends. I mean, if you go to the local hobby shop, you can be able to get it out of there for like $5 and change maybe. Karan, big me up. I am a Kershaw bike car. I'm guessing Kershaw Designs. So Hal, yeah, yes, I read your thing with my YouTube video. Niles, I have a Russell VXL and it keeps on turning off while driving. I can't figure out why. Do you have the same idea? What could it be? It could be either one of the cells on your battery is bad. It could be your ESC that's bad, or it could be the connections on the battery or the ESC. So you definitely have to check out all three. Primarily what my recommendation is to get yourself a little meter and find out where your cells are at, because you could have a damaged cell. Grant, for real. Ju72RC, thanks for the info. How are the new electrics? How are the new electronics for those cars? They're really good. I mean they rebranded. It's still Cast Creations, but they made them. It's kind of like having a Mamba Monster 2 in there. Milo, probably a bad ESC. RC Man 23. Now it could be your ESC. I have the same problem with mine. I also had a situation to where my controller would shut down my car because it was losing signal. So I would definitely check out your controller with something else. Truth Bullet. No, this is your button on my slash did it. It constantly stays constantly. Dark Knight, what's going on? RC Man 23 says, I had my slash 4x4 one day, it wouldn't stay on. I'm pretty sure I fried it. Laughing out loud, not my first time. I will pay 100K for it. If you have 100K, I'd definitely sell it. Jew72 says, love RPM. Anthony Harris says, N. Anthony Harris, Traxxas, Driveshafts, Ben 2. Yep, I agree with that. Truth Bullet says, aluminum links snap like pencils. I haven't had too many problems with the bigger aluminum links. I've had them snap on like the Rustler and the Slashes, but on the bigger one, I've had them slash. Karan, I need it. Jew, yo, when you have time, check out my channel. Send me a link. Karan Ventures 125. How much is it? I need it. I almost bought my. Okay, Truth Bullet. I almost bought the E-Revo many times and went with the E-Maxx. Well, you know, the E-Maxx is a phenomenal machine all around. You can't do as many tricks as you can with the E-Revo or the E-Maxx, but the E-Maxx, I mean, I did a video, you know, has the E-Maxx hurt the E-Revo / E-Maxx industry? And I think that's another reason why there was a price drop on that. Niles, Truth Bullet, how should I check my button? Niles, greetings from Switzerland. Hello, Switzerland. How much is it? 150K. I'm still not sure what you're saying. Truth, I drove my friend's E-Maxx the other day, and it is amazing, but I can't afford it right now. Well, sell a few of your RCs, my man. Dylan, E-Revo. E-Revo for the win. Have you done a low-C diff swaps on your E-Revo? I have not. Are you, Miloania 82, are you meeting Everyday RC soon? Me and Everyday RC, Chris, hung out at his house, and we were drinking vodka, and he makes a mean set of ribs, and we definitely had good times, and contemplating what we're going to be doing very soon and stuff like that. So Niles, thank you so much. Truth Bullet, Niles, and button sticks change up to LiPo protection, sometimes shuts it off. Just kidding. I finally bought a new motor and ESC combo. Some people are taking that out of the rig. So okay. RC 23. Do a full green RPM rustler. Oh wait, doing a full green RPM rustler right now. Just waiting for some more parts in the mail. Make sure when you're starting to do a full green one, your transmission should either be the RPM green, but your bulkhead should be the aluminum green. RC 23. I got my rustler to do into 70 mile per hour club a couple years back. That's cool. Karan, can you do a video on? I'm not too sure what you're saying. Anyway, so let me come across and give you a heads up of what my E-Revo has and what I've had to install into it. All right, so my E-Revo is being controlled by my Spectrum radio. So I already got into the roll cage, and we're gonna work our way back and see what initially has transpired throughout the time. So let me bring this a little bit closer to you guys so you guys can see the internal workings of this, and I'll be able to come across and give you a quick insight into where my E-Revo is. So everything on my E-Revo is RPM'd out. There's nothing I needed to buy other than all the RPM parts for this, from the bumper to the arms to the hub carriers to the steering knuckles. Everything's RPM'd out. Full stainless steel screw kit on this RC. My drive shafts are MIP drive shafts. Here are the pros and cons with the MIP drive shafts. MIP drive shafts are almost indestructible. I've abused these. They don't pop out. Not had any issues with the MIP drive shafts. The only con about that, I wish they threw some type of solution on them to where they wouldn't rust out when water hits them. So that's the con of having that. Maybe I might paint it up. I'm not too sure on that. So we'll see what goes on with that. Also, I ended up doing this to my servos. If you guys have not seen this in the other video, if you do plan to stainless steel screw your RC out, the one thing that you hate on the RC is all the rust. And if you guys can look internally over here, this is from Full Force RC, and these are the servo clamps. I recommend this on every one of your RCs. Why? Because it gets rid of that other servo clamp that's out there, which everything rusts out, which is very annoying. And they give you 6 in a pack. So I was able to do this RC and my Fortec, and it just looks phenomenal, and it just gets rid of that other Traxxas screws that, you know, some people put washers there and stuff like that, but this is by far, you know, everything is in unison with that. So let me come across and start working my way back. I do have the front and rear sway bar kit, which is definitely a good additive piece. I do have my Castle Creations fan. It's running on the Mamba Monster 1 system. Working my way back. You're probably not going to see this, but hopefully I can get the camera view. If you're looking right here, I do have the Traxxas center drive line all through the car. I have not had any issues with that. None whatsoever. And I'm working my way back to this. Here's the rear part of the sway bar kit. Now there's 2 versions of the RPM rear arms. There's one version that gives you the maneuverability of the hub carrier, but I did not want that, so this is pretty much standard right now version. So that's primarily what I have in there right now. I ended up I have the RPM bumper, but I ended up changing out my my wing and my wing mount on this RC. Also, here are the cons. I'll tell you the cons about this RC. You know what? I'm gonna bring the other RC there, and I'm gonna go with the pros and cons between both of them, and then you guys can come across and make a decision of what you want to do when you do acquire an RC like this. Now, I know everybody wants the bigger, better thing with the Traxxas E-Maxx and everything like that, so we'll come across and we'll just try to discuss both of the RCs and see which one is preferable for you. So, pros and cons. Pro on the E-Maxx. The pro on the E-Maxx is you're able to make it a monster truck. I mean, it's pretty much a true type of a monster truck that you're able to utilize. Put different types of bodies. If you have a pickup truck and everything like that, you're able to set that up for that RC. You're able to do it for the E-Revo, but it just doesn't look as scale as having it for the E-Maxx. Price point. The E-Revo is going to cost a little bit more, but you have less chances of breaking things when it comes across to upgrading your RCs and seeing what's happening right there. So so between the two of them, I know a lot of people prefer the monster trucks by far all day, but if you're looking for something to rip around on the track and stuff like that, which this doesn't even have a class, the E-Revo by far is just, you know, it's just something that Traxxas has won many awards for. They won a lot of awards for this one too, but both of them have the setup right there. Yes. I'll get to you in 1 second. So Chris from Everyday RC is watching the live video right now. He never really gets the opportunity to watch them. Wait, is today Wednesday? I know Wednesday you're off. Today's Thursday. One of the guys was asking me when I'm going to meet up with you, and I give him the story that you and I had a few drinks at your house, and also you make a mean ribs. So I'm going to go over a few of the Q&As again after I just went over a few things with you guys. Let me see. Dylan Wang, E-Revo for the win. Have you done a low-C diff swap? No. No, thank you so much. Okay, work my way down. Let me see. RC Man 23, aluminum green. What brand? Are they different shades? You have different STRC makes a different shade as opposed to having the Traxxas different shade as opposed to having Integy. It's all preference, and you stick with one company. Knox Lewis Nilmo, awesome videos in the live stream. I recently bought my mini E-Revo and was wondering what upgrades I should do to strengthen it and how in terms of drivetrains. Well, this is more of a bigger E-Revo, but I do have the mini E-Revo that I'm totally redoing. Truth Bullet, RPM Rocks, RC Man 23, Knox's shims for the diff ASAP. They strip too easy. I had, like I said earlier in the earlier video, I ended up having to change out both diffs. The front one was destroyed. The rear one was destroyed. Thank goodness. For some crazy reason or another, I had spares. I took this whole thing apart. Like I said, if you watch my Instagram, this thing was totally like apart. Because I had to go in, do the transmission, do the internal parts of my diffs were no grease, so everything had to be re-greased. Brian Williams, what's up, stranger? I wonder if you're going camping this weekend, my friend. We'll see if we're even going to stop by. Malomania, new build plans very soon. Tricky Ricky, 125. How do you shims the RC? Oh, so that's a side discussion. Brian Williams, monster trucks, yeah. RC Man 23, Tricky. I bought the Team Associated shims. They're like a little bit washers. They push more diffs into the spirals. Now, Everyday RC. Both trucks will benefit smaller diameter with the Badlands all day. Now, I ended up trying out his Badlands theory. It's less stress on the RC. The diameter is smaller. I wasn't a believer until the day I saw his E-Revo with the Badlands. I mean, it doesn't flip as much, but the accuracy of having that RC and just the response is by far one of the coolest things out there. Everyday RC says barbecue for life. Yep, we're definitely have to do that again. Next barbecue's on me. Niles, like a half a year ago, you said you were planning to go to Italy. Are you still thinking about it? I am definitely going to Italy 2018. Warhawk Legend 69, what's going on? Evo looking good. Surprised you never went with the red or blue push rods. Give it that custom look. Well, as for the E-Revo, I have all the black push rods for this. Do they make a blue one for this one? I don't think so, but I have black for this. So that's going to be on an updated video on there. But just to prove... It's so weird. I don't even have the box on me. I thought the box was over here. I probably put it away. But I do have them. Let me see. Tricky Ricky. Thanks, RC man. Waynesboro RC and stuff. I'm at school right now in class. All right now, class of 2019. Awesome, man. Keep doing your schoolwork, my man. Definitely ask your parents to buy you an E-Maxx if once you graduate. And maybe there'll be the E-Revo out. Anthony Harris, my trenchers keep snapping too. So much blop. So I sold them. Yeah, the trenchers on 2S they're amazing. 3S you start breaking stuff like quickly, especially the diffs. Dylan Wang, RCman 23. That's why I swapped to the low C LTS diffs on my E-Revo. Literally indestructible with MIP all the way around. Stands on 6S. Backslip for days. Brian, and no, not gonna make it. Super busy, crazy busy. You can come there at night, my friend, and have a drink. Niles, when are you in Italy? Will you stay there or come near Switzerland? I'm going to be hitting all of Italy, from Naples to Rome to the Amalfi Coast. So I'll be all over there, depending on what's initially going to happen. Anthony Harris, Chris, you're right. Badlands and the road rage all day. Warhawk Legend 69. All right, cool. Miloania 82. I'm literally making homework watching this. Don't mess with your homework when you're watching these videos. So, what's my recommendation to you since I do own both RCs? Now, I have to be a little bit biased. I have have ripped around more with the E-Revo as opposed to the E-Maxx. When I did a bash session with Everyday RC was able to get a few flip videos and everything like that. I was frustrated with the E-Maxx because of all the upgrades that I initially ended up doing. I ended up having those steel drive shafts pop on me continuously, which was very, very frustrating. And B, you definitely have to upgrade the shocks on it. Now, Mega Zombie Minecraft overall basher. Both of them are a great basher vehicle. Both of them. On 2S, these things are animals. I'm sorry, on 4S, these things are animals. On 6S, they're just outrageous. Then you start breaking stuff. Then, the diffs start breaking, the drive shafts start breaking, you start ripping a lot of components into the RC. Fun factor for me, by far, I have to come across, and it's a pretty close race on which one I think, if I had to go to an RC shop and buy again, I would have to go with the E-Revo. Case in point, I think the E-Revo is an all-around just an RC that's so great that you've had other RC companies copy the platform on the E-Revo. I'm not gonna say which company, but there are other companies that have come across and copy the platform of the E-Revo, which is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing because there is no such thing out there than the E-Revo. Do you have to do yeah, something like that, Mega? Do you have to come across and spend the money? I think with the price drop that Traxxas has done to make it affordable, if you're able to shell out $500 with tax and everything like that, $500 and change for the E-Revo, go for it. The only con I have about the E-Revo that gives you the E-Maxx all day is that you're subservient to specific batteries that only can fit into the side trays. As opposed to the E-Maxx, you have multiple ways of mounting your batteries on there. So that is the pro on the E-Maxx as opposed to the E-Revo. And you're able to make, like I said before, you're able to make this a true monster truck. So that being said, hopefully if you're able to come across and look at the video again, I did leave a part list of both of my RCs in the description below, so you'll see exactly what I've installed into my RCs and stuff like that. It does give you the part numbers, so it does help you if there's something that you like on my RC that you've said, oh, you know what, that's something that I'd be interested in. You don't have to go across and start going into the Traxxas site or the RPM site or anything like that, try to get the part numbers. The part numbers are already on there. That being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm glad that everybody was able to stop by. Once you get my notifications, always hit that notification button if you just started with my channel. Special thanks to everybody that's come across and checked my channel out. You know, if you're new, check out my older videos. Thanks to Chris, Everyday RC, for stopping by. You and I definitely got to meet up again, and we'll definitely hang out and pig out or something like that. We'll see what's going to go on with that. And I'm going to answer the last questions as of right now. So, Jamie English, what are your thoughts on converting 2.5 T-Max to electric? Very expensive. On the price point you're going to spend, you might as well buy this on eBay used and upgrade it. Mega Zombie Minecrafts, what's a better off basher? Both of them are great bashers. RC Man 23, yep, E-Revo. Juice 72 RC, total cost of both rigs with upgrades, 4,000. Mega Zombie Minecraft, cough cough. RC Man 23, basically the best overall car Traxxas sells right now. I think the best overall car Traxxas has ever sold is the Slash. Warhawk Legend 69, damn, seeing all the new updates Arma's coming out with their new V3 improved version released recently makes me wish Traxxas had the same business model and recent update versions. Well, you got to understand, they're trying to change out what's initially transpiring with their company right now because of a lot of, you know, a lot of things that are happening on the back turn, allegedly. I don't want to get sued, so I have to say that. And we'll see what happens with the Arma company once everything comes through fruition. Warhawk Legend 69, love the E-Revo though. RC Man 23, yeah, that was one thing I hated. Niles, everyone like it now. Stefan Barr, what's going on? I love the dual shocks and the double wishbone suspension on the Max more than the E-Revo. Yeah, this is more of a monster truck RC, you know? You're not really going to get anything, this is a class on its own. Nader, hi, I have a Traxxas X-Maxx trucks. Do you know where I can get an unbreakable body? Where you can get an unbreakable body, there's a guy on eBay that in actuality spray paints bodies and makes them bulletproof. Like, he's ran over trucks and everything like that. That's the only way to do it, and it's gonna cost money. Everyday RC, great job as always, bro. Thank you very much. See you soon. Take it easy, my man. Jamie English, awesome. Thank you. RC Man 23. That's too cool. I have my Slash 4x4. Anyway, once again, thank you everybody for definitely checking out the channel. I'm going to be doing another review, probably back to back, of what RC you should get at this point. And like I said, most of my RCs are modified, up the night. Randy Thomas, what's going on? Where's the goose chase? We're still working the RC over there. So that's going to be an updated video very, very soon. So anyway, like I said, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit the notification button, because I'm going to be doing another update live video in a few minutes with other RCs, and for you to check out what to buy, you know, what's primarily in your price budget and what you should expect to buy out there. So definitely check out the next updated video, which should be coming very soon. And you know, if you like the video, if you like the video content, if you like the stuff that I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. It's definitely well appreciated. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next live video. Anyway, yo, rate, comment, subscribe. Until my thumbs up on YouTube. Later.